Doctor Strange dropped back in 2016 to much fanfare, and the upcoming sequel Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is set to be released later this year. Fans cannot wait for the second installment, which will see Benedict Cumberbatch reprise his role as the Doctor. But could a recent leak have spoiled the plot of the show? Today, we are discussing if the Doctor Strange 2 leak spoils the main plot of the sequel. First up, when can we expect the movie to be released? Like most movies over the past couple of years, this one has seen its fair share of delays, as it was originally set to be released before Spider-Man: No Way Home, which dropped just before Christmas last year. But the studio behind the second Doctor Strange movie, Marvel, has declared that it will be released this May, the 6th to be exact, as long as there are no more delays. It was initially set to be released in March, but more delays meant that it had to be pushed again. But now, as long as there are no more mishaps, this one will be with us in the next few weeks, and we cannot wait. Will you be going to the theater to watch this one? Let us know below. So what about this leak then? Let's see. Marvel fans the world over have their sights firmly set on the release of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness this May, and hopefully Benedict Cumberbatch's character will be able to stop whatever threat he is set to be faced with. And central to the movie will be America Chavez, played by Xochitl Gomez. Following the release of the recent trailer, we saw a potential return for Professor X, as well as new Ultron bots and a version of Scarlet Witch who seems to have been through the ringer, shall we say. The trailer has provided fans with plenty to keep them occupied and has meant a ton of theories on various internet forums. One of these rumors suggests Elizabeth Olsen's character, Wanda Maximoff, or Scarlet Witch, will actually be the main threat to Strange. Another idea surrounds the Book of Vishanti. Thanks to the website The Cosmic Circus, we think the film will focus on the book, as it can actually be seen in the movie's poster. And for those who aren't in the know, the book is the antithesis of the Darkhold, light against dark. One is pure and good, the other corrupts unequivocally. We'll let you try to figure out which one is which. It's pretty obvious. The website suggests that the book can actually be seen in the trailer, specifically the part of the trailer where Strange, Chavez, and Palmer are seen in a doorway with light emitting from a podium. What did you think of the trailer? Let us know down below. What else did the leak suggest? Well, we all know the Book of Vishanti is associated with light, and the leak also suggested the glowing light in the trailer could, in fact, be the artifact. The site has also suggested that Strange's variant, Defender Strange and America Chavez, could actually be from the same universe and are there to assist Strange in his quest to defend the multiverse. They also suggest that Defender Strange actually knows the true location of the Book of Vishanti, whilst Doctor Strange doesn't. As we have seen in the trailer, Defender Strange doesn't manage to stop the threat, nor is he able to save himself, but he does manage to save America, which serves to kickstart the events we see in the movie. The upcoming movie will see Strange, Chavez, and Wong journey across the multiverse to figure out where the Book of Vishanti is, to ultimately stop the Scarlet Witch wreaking havoc. It is so far unknown if this leak is actually correct or not, but there is nothing to suggest that it's wrong. What do you think of the supposed leak? Let us know your thoughts below. So what about the Darkhold versus the Book of Vishanti? The upcoming movie will delve into the Book of Vishanti, which we know plays a big part in the Doctor Strange comics, so it was always going to appear in the story at some time or another, whether it was the first movie or the sequel. The adversary to Vishanti, the Darkhold, has already been seen, and it was recently announced by Marvel that Doctor Strange: The Book of Vishanti, a new book which is set to be released, will focus on a magical exploration of the Marvel Universe. Just how much of the Book of Vishanti will come into play in the upcoming movie is yet to be seen. But does it mean that Cumberbatch's character will see increased power levels and new abilities? We hope so. It has also been suggested that he could in fact become bedridden, as some Spider-Man No Way Home unreleased artwork has suggested. What we do know is that the stakes will almost certainly be very high, and there is more than likely going to be some significant changes when the story is all said and done. We don't think the multiverse will be destroyed, however, as it's only just arrived, so there is much more to explore before tossing this one out so early. Are you excited for this one to drop? Give us your thoughts below. What else do we know about the Darkhold then? The WandaVision TV show introduced fans to a magic book known as the Darkhold, which is now in the possession of the Scarlet Witch. The comics explain that the Darkhold was created by the being known as Chthon, an elder god who ruled Earth back in the day. It was revealed that Chthon could increase his power by eating his kin, which is lovely, allowing him to be one of the most powerful powerful beings in the universe. Yummy. Unfortunately though, Chthon learned he was set to be banished from existence. Turns out eating your offspring is frowned upon, so left behind Skrulls with the intention of passing on his dark art forms. However, Chthon's Darkhold is very dangerous, and the monstrous being is hell-bent on wreaking havoc even after he is long gone. The book contains all of his worst spells, which have one goal in common: to damage the fabric of reality forever. Anyone who reads the Darkhold will fall under Chthon's influence, so the monster lives on through anyone who is unfortunate, or fortunate, whichever way you look at it, to read the book. The Darkhold seems to allude to the idea that Chthon will return at some point, and Agatha Harkness herself, the powerful witch seen in the comics, actually translated one of these prophecies, but it initially was misinterpreted as they tried to preserve reality, which is exactly what Chthon intended. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Chthon has so far not appeared in the MCU, but that doesn't mean he won't. Do you think we will see the Dark Being in the Multiverse of Madness? We're discussing another theory surrounding the Darkhold and the Scarlet Witch now. Stick around. In the trailers, we saw Strange plead with Wanda Maximoff herself for help in dealing with the threat to the multiverse, but we don't know why he appeals to her, as she is thought to be one of the threats. But it has been suggested that Scarlet Witch knows some of the secrets of the multiverse, which Strange doesn't appear to know himself. Apparently, she will give him the Darkhold after we see him appear to read it in the trailers. The book allows him to summon arcane spheres as he attempts to use the dark magic laid down on it by Chthon. This is obviously super dangerous for Strange, as we can only assume the Darkhold contains the same characteristics seen in the comics, so Strange is now, presumably, at the mercy of Chthon. We know Strange is no stranger, to use magic, but he doesn't really fully understand. Think back to the first movie where he experiments with the Time Stone while reading the Book of Cagliostro, so it's possible the Multiverse of Madness is actually something we don't fully understand ourselves yet. We think Strange is using the Darkhold to respond to some sort of unknown cosmic event, but his biggest weakness is his overconfidence, so it could be in fact that Strange himself has somehow caused the Multiverse of Madness. So who else could be Strange's nemesis in the upcoming movie? As we have discussed, we think Scarlet Witch could be set to be the villain, although she does appear to help Strange in the trailer, but which other character could be set for a villainous role? Some fans have actually suggested that Doctor Strange himself might be set to be the villain in the upcoming movie, whilst others have claimed Nightmare will be Strange's foe. Nightmare is a longtime enemy of Strange, but there is so far no confirmation as to how big a role Nightmare will play in the second installment as the ruler of the Dream Dimension, and for now we don't know if Strange will even visit this dimension. Whoever the villain turns out to be in the new movie, one thing is for sure: this one is set to be one of the movies of the year so far, and we cannot wait for it to finally drop. As always, thanks for tuning in today, and remember to join us next time for some more big revelations. Also, don't forget to like and share today's video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Bye guys!